Hey, yo, Jesus walked on water. Now you walk on this. My last few videos I posted, I talked about Judges chapter 6, where God told Gideon to break down the idols, to break down the altars, that his father built, and then to build an altar to God afterwards. And how we need to break down the altars and things that our fathers, our grandfathers, great grandfathers have built, to help break generational curses and to build an altar up to God. But some may have had questions like, okay, well, how do I break down altars? And as I was praying about that, it's real. God gave me some simple answers. Like, if you're dealing with sickness and obesity and things like that in your family for generations, if your father is sick, your father was obese, your father is on medication, grandfather, great grandfather, or mother, grandmother, great grandmother, whichever it is, do things like be consistent in working out, be consistent in the gym, be consistent with eating healthier. Be consistent with not as many sweets. Things like that. Whatever it is that you see is a struggle and a curse in your generation, because either we're living in a blessing or we're living in a curse. So when you look at your father, do they walk in curses? And when I say curses, I'm talking about, are they dealing with a bunch of sickness and disease? Are they dealing with a bunch of addiction? When you look at your grandfather, are they dealing with that same addiction, that same disease, things like that? Your great-grandfather, when you look down your line, when you look at your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, things like that, and you see those things, are you seeing a pattern of things? And when you look at the way they ate, the way they worked out, the way they lived, do you see a way? Because that should show you, okay, this is my way out. This is what I need to change in my life so it could stop with me, and that way it could be different when it goes down to my children. We're coming up on the Christmas season, and a lot of times we celebrate the Christmas season of the birth of Jesus. But we also got to realize during that time, the Bible tells us that when the wise men came to see Jesus, the king was saying, okay, well, show me who he is. Tell me where you find him. That way I can go and worship him, even though he didn't really want to, because he wanted to be the only king. So the Lord told the wise men to go back a different way. And so when the wise men did and the king realized he got played for a fool, he went around and killed all children that were the same age that Jesus would have been, 2 years and under. And so we have to look at this season as a way to protect our children. That the enemy in this season is going to try to attack your kids, to take out your kids, but refuse to let them take out your children. Let this be the season where you break all curses off of your life, and every curse that tried to go down from generation to generation. Let this be the time where you say, you know what? No more. My children will not be afflicted. My children will not be affected by the sickness, by disease, by addiction, by any struggle. Let this be a season where your life changes for the blessing. So build an altar to God of healthy eating. You build an altar to God of living right. Build an altar to God of just doing what it is he says do, that you could walk in the blessing. Well, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you what to be. So be blessed, be healed, and be free. In Jesus' name. It's your season. Peace.